Hi, today we're going to be working on lesson 8-6 in the math book. It starts on page 479, and in this lesson we're going to be playing with our numbers of going up to 99. So we start on page 479. It says Barry showed the number 42 with cubes. What are some of the ways he could have shown 42? So what we've been working on is 4 tens, right? So we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 ones. 1, 2 for the number 42. So that's one way he could write it. 4 tens and 2 ones. But what they're talking about in this chapter is that, you know what, we could take this 10 apart. 1, 2, just take it all apart. And now I still have the same number of cubes, but now one of the tens has been taken apart and now it's ones. So now I have 3 10 sticks, but now I have 12 ones. I still have 42 cubes. They're just not all connected into groups of 10. So now another way I could do it is take another one apart. Whee! And so now I will have 2 tens and a whole bunch. I will have 22 ones. I still have a total of 42 cubes, but only 2 of them are grouped into tens. I could do the same thing. I could take this one apart. Whee! And now I have only 1 10 stick, and I have 32 ones. I still have a total of 42. It's just I get more and more of them broken apart. And then I could take the last one apart. Whee! So now I have 0 10 sticks, and now I have 42 individual little cubes. But I still have the 42 that I started with. So in this lesson, we're playing with these numbers and seeing different ways that we can group these numbers. So let me get rid of all those. Let's turn to page 480. And it shows how many ways can you show the number 38 with tens and ones. Is there a pattern? I can make a list of all the different ways. Then I can look for patterns in my list. The answers all show ways to make 38 with tens and ones. So we can start with 3 tens and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ones. So we can start with our 3 tens, 8 ones. Now I can break this one apart, and now we're left with 2 tens and 18 ones. Notice the pattern? We get rid of 1 10 here, but it shows up here in the ones. Okay, take the next one apart. I'm going to have so many cubes all by themselves. So now we have 1 10, and now we have 28 ones. So we lost a 10 here, we get a new 10 here. So the 10 cubes are still here. They're just moving from the tens to the ones. When I break apart the last one, I now have 0 tens, but all 38 are ones. So you can see how the tens go down here, and then they go up on this side. It says, I see a pattern in the table. As the number of tens goes down by 1, the number of tens goes up, the number of ones goes up by 10. This helps me check my answers. All right, number 2 says, Carly lists all the ways to show 25 as tens and ones. What ways does she list? So 2 tens, 5 ones. Now if we take one of the tens away and break it apart, we're now going to have 10 and 5. We're going to have 15 ones now. So we took the 1 10 from here and put it over here. When we take that one apart, we'll have 0 tens, but this will go up to 25. So the number of tens go down, but the number of ones go up by 10. All right, Andy wants to show 31 as tens and ones. What are all the ways? Well, we start with the 3 tens and the 1 1, and then we take a 10 away, put another one here. Take a 10 away, bring it over here. Take a 10 away, raise it over here. So when we lower our tens, we just move it over into the ones column. All right, let's look at page 481. Go ahead and do this page on your own, and then when you're done, come back and check it, and we'll see how you did. All right, it says make a list to solve. You can use cubes to help. Okay, you don't have cubes at home, but you can draw them, huh? Alma lists all the ways to show 46 as tens and ones. What ways does she list? So we're going to start with our 4 tens and our 6 ones. Now, if she breaks one of them apart, we're going to have 3 tens, and we're going to have 10 more ones. She's going to break another one apart, so she's down to 2 tens, but we get 10 more over here. She breaks another one apart, we're down to 1 10, but we get 10 more over here. She takes that last one apart, we have 0 tens, but we get 10 more over here. Number 4. Seth wants to show 33 as tens and ones. What are all the ways? 3 tens, 3 ones. Take one of them apart. We have 2 tens, but we get 10 more ones. Take another one apart, get 10 more ones. Take another one apart, get 10 more ones. So different ways that you can play with the same number. Dana says there are 4 ways to show 25 using tens and ones. Is she right? How do you know? Well, I say, I don't know, let's look, 25. All right, so there's one way, huh? All right, we're going to take 1 away, put 10 more ones, so that's 2. Take 1 away, 2 more, that's 3. Well, I can't take any more away, so there's only 3 ways to show it. So she is wrong, so no, she is not right, and there are 3 ways. There are 3 ways to show 25. We just don't have enough tens to do it another way. All right, let's look at page 482. It says Rose brings 48 muffins to a bake sale. She only uses trays for groups of 10 muffins. Each plate holds only 1 muffin. How many trays and plates could Rose use to display the muffins? All right, so we have 48. So 4 trays, 8 muffins. All right, so we can take 10 of these away and put them on the plates. We can take one of these away and put them on the plates. We can take one of these away and put them on the plate. We can take one of these away and put it on a plate. Okay, so as these go down by 10, the plates get 10 more. Fill in the table to show how many trays and plates Rose could use to display the muffins. Describe a pattern you see in the table. Oh, we just did that, and we just talked about our pattern. As the 10s go down, we go up by 10. Is there any way Rose can display her muffins using only trays? Explain how you know. Not if she wants to have a full tray, right? Because each tray holds 10. And if we have 48, we can't fill up the last tray. So we'd have to have 8. We would need to have 8 muffins in one of the trays. So you could use the trays, but one wouldn't be completely full. Right? All right. So now it's time for you to do your homework on pages 483 and 484. And when you're done, come back and we will check your answers. All right, number 1, Mark wants to show 34. So we have 3 10s, 4 1s. Take one of these apart. We're left with 2. We get 10 more over here. 1 less, 10 more over here. 1 less, 10 more over here. Please check your answers. Number 2, Maya wants to show 28 as 10s and 1s. Here we have 2 10s, 8 1s. Take one of the 10s away, we get 10 more over here. Take the last one apart, we get 10 more over here. All right, let's look on page 484. Zach has 53 flowers to plant. He wants to plant them in groups of 10s and 1s. Zach can plant 10 flowers at each flower box. He can plant 1 flower in each pot. How many different ways can Zach plant flowers in boxes and pots? All right, number 3. So it looks like he can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ways, huh? Oh, actually, he could do one more. He could have no boxes and 53 pots. But if he wants to use both, he can only do 5 different things. Zach listed the ways he could plant the flowers. Did he list all possible ways? Tell how you know. If Zach missed any ways, list them below. I just did that right there. So he did miss the way of just doing the pots. Number 4, Zach only wants to plant a group of 10 flowers in each box. Is there any way that Zach could plant all 53 flowers using only boxes? Explain how you know. Okay, if he only wants to do 10, there's no way he's going to do it because we have some 1s here that will be left over. So he could do 5, and then there will be 3 flowers left over. But if he wants to use all of them, he's not going to be able to do it that way. There's always going to be 3 left over. All right. And then how many ways can Zach plant the flowers in boxes and pots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if he wants to use both. 6 if he wants to just use all pots. How can you use a pattern to check that you have found all the ways? Well, we can use this pattern. Do we have any 10s that we missed? No. We took 1 10 away and moved it over into the 1s each time. So this is all the ways that he could do it. All right. Have a great afternoon. Please take a picture and send it to your teacher.